And I welcome, well, that wasn't a good welcome. I want to welcome everybody to the call tonight. What happened and how this call actually was figured out or decided upon was we were watching the Pajama Regional. How many of you had an opportunity to do that? Like, it was awesome. It was awesome. I will not miss a Pajama Regional when they have it next time. And I'm going to have tons of people at my house when they do it. And what struck, everything struck us. I loved every part of it. I've had other people text me, did you record so-and-so? Did you get so-and-so? I've got just about everybody recorded. They will be, hang on, let me put the mute on. Hang on one second. I will be putting on, uploading all of the ones that I recorded, which is most of them. So I'm really excited. And I just have to say ahead of time, recordings, not so good, but audio, great. So just know that. And the one that really struck Lisa and I, she's texting me, oh my gosh, are you watching this, Brian? And I'm, oh my gosh, yes, I am. He was truly fabulous. Like, he is way out ahead of the pack. It makes sense. So I want to tell you just a little bit about Brian real quickly, just so you get the picture of what got us so excited, and a little bit about his vision, and then we're going to get right into the call. So Brian came into the business. His wife really wanted to start the business, and you'll see all this in the call. So in fact, I won't go all over it. But what I will do is tell you, he came in the business, and in 8 months, he and his wife were national marketing director. Now, oftentimes when somebody makes national marketing director, within a few months over that, it seems to implode because they haven't found ways to duplicate themselves, right? Lisa, how many flash in the pans have we seen? 7 months, 8 months, 10 months?
100%.
Yeah, but he's been around now for 3 years, and in fact, in 13 months, Brian made 100 Club. So perspective, yeah, he's smoking. So he had my attention, and I was taking notes like crazy. So one of the things that he said that I just wanted to relate to you right from the beginning was there were 3 things that he did when he started his business. Number 1, he created a vision for himself and his family. Exactly what this would look like. Exactly. Number 2, they knew their why. They were very clear about why they're doing this. And number 3, they knew who to talk to. They had their list. They were ready to go. They were ready to run. They knew who to talk to. Hang on, I'm still getting... I'm going to mute everybody again, and then Lisa, you'll have to unmute yourself because there's still a little bit of noise. So that was one thing I wanted to share, and then just a couple other really short quotes, because I don't want to take away from the things that Lisa wants to talk about, and I could, you know, because I'm first. I could just hog the whole thing, but I talked myself out of it. So the only other thing I really wanted to say was, he said that you really have to master a mental relationship with your business. Master your mental relationship with your business. This one was priceless. I love this. And all of you that are really working on perception, mindset, energy, alignment, your brain aligns your life with your beliefs. So whatever your beliefs are, your brain will do whatever it takes to make sure your life looks like what's in here. Be careful of what's in here. Really important. And he said, if not, your future vision is already constricted by your perspective. Already constricted. So what we're going to talk about tonight is a couple different things. The first thing we're going to do, and we're going to do it by exercise. So hopefully all of you have pens and papers out, because after Lisa goes over her part, we're going to give you some time to actually do this. And if any of you want to put what you've written down in the chat and share it, that's what they did in the Pajama Regional. So effective to get to see what we're all doing. I'd love to see it. We saw some really great stuff. So the first is, he has a goal-setting program called RPM. I had to ask Chris what it stood for, other than what he makes it stand for, because I knew it had to do with the car. You know, your RPMs go up and when you're going faster. You want to say what the RPMs really stand for, Chris, besides they go up when you're going faster?
Revolutions per minute.
Do you want to say anything about that, or are you hanging on to that one?
Well, what I got out of that when I thought about, okay, revolutions per minute is the freedom revolution. You know, they're talking about a lot of revolutions per minute. We're only talking about one revolution. But if you have the mindset of how many people can you talk to per minute, that's probably going to serve you well here. So that's it.
All right. So R, though, for him stands for results, P for purpose and pain, and M from the RPM is method or massive action. So Lisa, I'm going to turn over the next part to you, and you get to explore the pieces that you loved and get us going with an exercise.
Okay, awesome. So, hey, everybody. You know, what I just want to say about Brian Marsh is that I have been exposed through this company to some extraordinary trainers, most of which are within our company. We do have the #1 income earner in all of network marketing in our company, the only company he's ever been in, Jeff Roberti. He's not just special within our company, but he's special within this industry. And this is a big industry and a big growing industry. And Jeff still continues to dominate. And so I've heard Jeff a million times, and I've heard some incredible people through this company. But I have to say, as we continue to up level as a company, we continue to attract some of the strongest people that are out there. And Brian Marsh is a special guy. It takes a special person to do what he's done. And yes, he has skills, and yes, he's got some background, and yes, he's mastered his mentalness for sure. And I just want to point out to you guys that of all the opportunities that this guy is presented with on, I'm sure, a daily and weekly basis, because he's already a successful entrepreneur, he chose us. And that is really important for you guys just to tuck away somewhere in your belief building file cabinet, because there's a ton of opportunities out there. There's a ton of new companies. I've been hit up so much by new companies lately because I'm putting myself out there on social media and Instagram, and nobody really knows what I do because I don't say what I do. So I just find it just so important for us to point that out, especially to new people, that he's chosen us. And he is a great guy. I really hope he closes a convention very soon. So because he said so many things that I have never heard in 16 years. I mean, never. And so one of the things he talked about with this RPM is you got to know your result. What is the result that you want? Now, for most of you guys, this is not a question that is new to you. And it's not necessarily an exercise that is new to you, but you must know what you want when you say yes. Now, most people don't say, I'm talking about Brian Marsh, Janie. I think you watched him. Most people don't know what they want at the very beginning. I did not, Chris and Nikki did not, or what we think we want is like this big, right? We want to cover the cost of our Juice Plus. But at some point, you really need to know what you want. And it doesn't matter what it is, but you need to know what it is so that you will move towards it and move out of your comfort zone to go and get it. And he really encouraged us to think about what it is that's going to push you to do this. And my friend Ray Higdon always says, what's the vision that's pulling you versus what's pushing you? Because you will work towards your vision. So what is your vision for your life? Nikki mentioned that he walked into this marketing plan and this company knowing the vision that he had for his life. It took me like 15 years to write a vision. I mean, I have it now. I look at it every day, but what is the vision that you have for your life? And, you know, he said, add zeros to that number, right? So, and I will direct you guys back to Linda Everton's goal setting training that she does on this, that many of you guys have learned about through the call that she did for us about 6 or 7 weeks ago, which was brilliant, by the way. Another Australian, another killer national marketing director in our company. She takes people through a brilliant goal setting exercise that I recommend you guys all do. But what is it that is going to push you to reach that goal or pull you to reach that goal? You know, what is it? And one of the questions that he asked, and you guys chat it up. We'll take a minute here. What will happen if you don't do it? And he used the Austin conference as the next benchmark. You know, he invited us all into the exercise. Where do you want to be by Austin? It's already August 6th. I really hope that everybody knows and is working their butts off, quite frankly, to get there, because you're going to have to if you just decided like yesterday. But what's going to happen if you don't? You know, what is going to happen? And, you know, you guys, I don't know all of your stories. I know a lot of my teams. I know most of my teams, but I don't know all of you. But I'm going to fairly guess that most of you know where your next meal is coming from. Most of you have a very comfortable roof over your head. Most of you have, like mine, very beautiful lives, right? I mean, I know everybody has pain and there's trouble in every house. Facebook lies. Nobody's family is perfect. But most of you guys know where your next meal is coming from and you have a roof over your head. And so that alone is going to make it a little bit more tricky to work through the pain of your comfort zone. Because sometimes that pain is too much for people. They want to hang out in the life that they currently have. So, you know, only you guys know what is it, and then are you willing to put zeros behind it? And I know in our company we work title to title. You know, we tend to do that, which is totally fine. But for me, it's taken me a long time to evolve to this place. I care about titles for my team if that is what they care about. But I care about dollars. I mean, sorry, like I care about the dollars that my paycheck represents. Because number one, I don't have an issue with money. I know that money is going to make me more of who I am, which is an amazing person that wants to do good in the world. And I know that my paycheck reflects how many lives I've impacted. So the bigger the check, you know, Brian Marsh's paycheck is a hell of a lot bigger than mine, but he's impacted a hell of a lot more people. So that's the number I usually go for. So what are the results that you want by Austin? And if you guys are brave enough, go ahead and put it in the chat.
And Lisa, how long are we going to give them? 3 minutes, do you think?
2.
Okay. That's dee, 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 dee.
Okay, so Heidi's saying, I'm going to read these guys as if that's okay. Heidi, thank you for sharing. She'll still be paying for her own health insurance if it doesn't happen. So yeah, that sucks. I don't even know what that would cost. You won't be making, Bunny Lewis, thank you for being vulnerable. I will not be making when I need to decrease my debt load. Okay, good for you, Bunny. That's a big, like, that, ouch. What do I mean exactly in zeros? Income, yes. So if your goal is $500 a month, what if you added a 0 to that? You know, is that going to move you enough? See, when they met with their sponsors, this is at the beginning of his story, when he met with his sponsor, his wife really wanted to make $1,000 a month, his wife, Fiona. And they said, you know, okay, we can do that. Will that get you excited? And Brian was like, not really. And they said, what's going to get you excited? And he said, about 20 grand a month. And Adam said, okay, you know, totally. You know, what are you willing to do to go get that? What are you willing to do to go get that? And obviously he did. Okay. So, this is awesome, you guys. You won't be able to retire early, Sandy, if you don't do it. Yeah, you will still be working full-time night shifts, Nicole, if you don't do it. I so appreciate you guys being vulnerable. If you don't do it, Michael and Mariah, you will have to work more hours in your job, which takes time away from family. And those kids grow up fast, friends. Here to tell you. Okay, Regina wants to fast track and qualify her business to sales coordinator by Austin. Yes, I love it. Sue Rector, you want a new distributor that is hungry. Yes, I love that. Don't we all? How about 5? Okay, how about, I'm going to challenge you. How about 5 new reps that are hungry?
Hey, Lisa, instead of just adding a 0, let's double the number. So
yeah.
If you want 1, you want to bring at least 2. If you want 2, you want 4. Let's get big.
Right.
Let's get big.
Right.
What are the results you want? We got another 30 seconds. What are the results you want?
Yeah. Yeah. Your kids, Charisse, I hope I'm saying your name right, will still be in daycare if you don't do it. Ooh, mama, you got a big goal right there. Yep, that's big. SC by Austin, SC with qualified business. I love this, you guys. Anybody can be a sales coordinator this by the end of September. It's so great. Sandy, 2 new frontline. I love it. These are all coming in fast. This is so great, you guys. Melissa, you want to increase your paycheck by 1,000. I'm going to just challenge you guys to get even quieter tonight, maybe when you're alone. What will happen if you don't do it? You know, what will happen if you don't do it? I've really been thinking about this a lot since Saturday, and it's like, ugh, it's not pretty. Okay, this is amazing. I love this, you guys. I appreciate this so much. Bring 5 people to Austin, says Kira Linka. I hope I said that right. That's a beautiful name. Okay, Leslie Lyles, you want to attract 3 new team members who are excited about the business opportunity. Good for you. Okay, Carrie Davis, I want to be a senior sales coordinator, 2 new fast tracks, 2 new fast tracks sales coordinator, 2 new fast tracks VF, 4 HLPs, 6 club, double my income, double my pay line, bring 10 new reps to Austin. 10 new reps to Austin. Think about that, you guys. What would happen in your business if you personally, not your team, not anybody else, if you personally brought 10 new people, maybe they're not even reps yet, doesn't matter, 10 new people to Austin, how would your life change by that? I'm here to tell you it would dramatically change. Your life would change. Good for you, Carrie.
All right. I think we're ready to move on. What do you think?
Yep.
You guys
Let's do it.
Really great job. Super great job. So R was for results. What is it that you want to have happen? By when? Get specific. How many new SCs? How many new people? What's your paycheck look like? When is it going to happen by? What are the results that you're visioning? Second was your purpose and your why. And so I know a lot of you have done this before, but it's just critical. If you don't have that why in place, you don't get up out of bed every day to move forward. It's your why that pulls you. Just getting to SC with no purpose around it.
Put your face on.
Oh, I'm supposed to put my face up. Huh. Forgot that part. Good one. I was having so much fun looking at Lisa. I didn't think about putting me up. So if you do not tie your purpose to your results, they have got to be married to one another. I'm going to pretty much guarantee it's going to be very difficult to get there. When you have your purpose, the one that about Charisse, about getting your kids out of daycare so you could be with them. That is a heartstring. That's whatever. And if you don't do this and they don't get to have that, wow. So your purpose, and so if your result is to get to sales coordinator to make at least $500 a month, that's great for a result, but you got to know why you want the 500. Otherwise, the 500 doesn't mean a thing. So we really want to know what your purpose is for getting to whatever that result is that you want. And it could look like time spent with family. It could look like money for college. It could look like money for a new car because your car is so falling apart, it's scary to drive in. We've had somebody who all she ever wanted was $500 a month to get her new car so she could be safe on the road. It's really interesting. She bought that car, she got it paid off, and then she was done. Yeah. But she got what she needed, right? It was really cool to watch it. That's what she wanted. She fulfilled her purpose and she was done. She didn't have another one. Hopefully all of you, when you end one purpose, one why, you'll find a new why. You won't quit at the first why. So that's number one, is be very clear on your why. So if all of you want to start maybe chatting about what your why is, but the second thing that's very important with your why is how will you feel, how will it feel to accomplish that why? So again, I'm going to use Charisse. So Charisse, let's say to get your kids out of daycare and for you to stay home with them, it's $500 a month. I remember that's what it was for Deanna Christofferson. If she could make $500 a month, she was going to not have to go back into the workforce and she could stay at home with her 3 boys. How will that feel to have accomplished it? I really want you to think about how will you feel? Will you be proud of yourself? Will your family be proud of you? Will you remember to celebrate it? Will you do a happy dance? Will you announce it to everybody? How will it feel that your heart will sing, that you'll just be smiling ear to ear? Actually, the actual feeling, because what happens with your why, if you don't attach the feelings to that why, the vision is not solidified. So what does it feel like to walk across the stage as SSC? What does it feel like? Are you wearing a new dress? Are you looking at your teammates out there? So let's hear a little bit about flipping stoked to fulfilled, celebrating with so many more new tribe, ecstatic. Ecstatic! Who doesn't want to feel like that, right? Who else would be sharing what it is that you're going to be feeling like when you get your results? So we're going to give you just 1 or 2 minutes on that one. Would love to hear from you. Chris says 1 minute, because then we're going to go to the next. Well, the next part was what will it feel like if you don't? And Lisa did that up front. So we won't have to do that now. But what will it feel like when it does? Let's get that really positive. Proud and accomplished. How does it feel to be proud and accomplished? What does that feel inside your heart? How deep? How does that feel? Doing the happy dance. Swelling with pride. That's a great one, Kirsten. Jumping up and down, riding in a limo with my team to conference, sipping on champagne, shining bright with family and friends. How else does it feel? Deep down, do you feel satisfied? Do you feel fulfilled? Elevated and deep relief. I can feel that, Kate. Deep relief, but also elevated, because now you've got some other choices, right? That's the elevated part. And the relief for whatever was going on that you don't want to be going on anymore. Enjoying life, easy going. Feeling ready to conquer the next goal. Crying with pure joy. Oh, nice. I feel it. Proud of myself, better role model for my son. Celebration and connection with team. Big celebration for all of them crossing the stage. I want to say something really quickly. Brian Marsh also gave an assignment to get an accountability buddy, to have a buddy with you that's going to have you accountable for your goals. And he also said, pick some kind of something that will bring you pain besides the natural pain that you will feel if you don't get it done. And it's so funny, he said like you're gonna eat dog food. He said, if I don't get it, I'm gonna eat dog food. That was one of his examples. Or I'm gonna use Michelle Ogluski, I know she won't mind. She said she was gonna do 40 calls or 50 calls 1 week. And I spoke to her the night before and I said, so did you get your 50 done? And she said, no, but I'll do the other 10, I'll add it on to my next week. And I said, no, you said 50 this week. You didn't say 40 this week and I'll add 10 on that I didn't get done to next week. I said, so what are you willing to do if you don't get all 50 done? That means she had to do 10 that night. And she thought about it, and I said, well, do you enjoy having wine with your husband at night? And it wasn't like I didn't see this big guess and blah. And I said, oh, I know what it is. Right now you're training for a half marathon. And it's really important for you to run every single day, right? And she said, yeah. I said, if you don't get the 50 done, you don't run this week. And originally she said to me, then I'm not doing it. I said, oh, well, then you're really not committed to the 50. And there was long silence. And she said, I am committed to the 50. I am going to do it, and I am going to run this week. And she texted me at the end of the night. She said, I've just completed number 10. I'm 50. I'm running this week. So maybe it's that you need to assign something with your buddies that you're not going to get if you don't complete your results. And the third one under RPM is great story. Yes, go Michelle. That was so fun to do that with her. And that she took it on. She really took it on. So Chris, you're M for method and, I was going to say, let me put you on, but you're on.
Yeah, I'm right here beside you.
Oh yeah, I forgot that. Okay, method and massive action.
M is for method and massive action. So the method is, right, you've got your results where you're going to, you've got your why in place, why you want to do that. Now, this is all about Austin for now, for tonight, right? You can do your life thing, you can do your year-end thing, whatever you want to do. But I just want to remind you all, it's about Austin because Austin's pivotal. Austin's may be the biggest conference we've had in our history because it's going to be a big change. There's going to be two types of distributors after Austin, those that were there and those that weren't, right? And you don't want to be in the second group because we're going to be rocking and rolling into January, and then Phoenix is going to blow everybody away. But you want to show up like your goal said in Austin with 10 new people. So the method is, so how are you going to do it? What are you going to do? Now, you know what? Systems are in place. That's one of the beautiful things that we have. And so you don't, just do more of whatever you're doing. That's the massive part. I got to say one thing about my comment on Brian Marsh is here's an idea that he brought that I had never heard, and I think it's so powerful. We want to talk to people about this new opportunity. We want the mindset of it's a new opportunity, never before seen on the planet, versus an improvement over the others. Don't put us in the category of, well, we're just as good as or we're better than, because people don't like improvement. You got to watch that hour thing that Brian does, but this idea of introducing a new opportunity versus improvement, People have already tried to improve themselves and they've all failed. You talk about doing something improvement-wise, you're raising pain already. So what's new about us? You know, what's new about our opportunity? A 50-year-old company, 27 years practically with Juice Plus. What's new? Well, from the beginning, it was a new paradigm. Plant powders, right? We used new technology. We used drying process in the beginning. It was so brand new that now our competitors that are trying to come up with plant powders, they're using stuff we quit using 20 years ago, right? We have new capsules. All the time we're looking at new technology. You know, what we did with the omegas. Research. It's
Tower Garden.
The Tower Garden. Everything's new. Just change your mindset about that. Embrace this newness of all that so that people get an idea, oh, yeah, this is new. People haven't seen this.
Health insurance for top leaders. Unheard of.
I have that.
No one does that.
Independent contractors with benefits. That's right, Lisa. Nobody does that. So get that idea of what we're introducing to people is brand new. And Roberti, you know, what's new? Our opportunity has the #1 earner in the industry. How new is that? We're the only one that has that. You know, we did something on Siri today and research and Google. We didn't say what's the most researched nutritional program in the world. We just said, what's the most researched product in the world?
That's all I said. What is the most researched product? Guess what came up on Google?
Yeah, Juice Plus. So it's new. But anyway, now let's get back into the massive part. This is where you've got to change. And we're probably not going to have time to do an exercise, but I'm hoping that you will, like Lisa said, add the zeros. Where before you've talked about 1 to 2 people a week, 1 to 2 new people a week, put a 0 to it. Talk to 10 to 20. I've always been a proponent, and this is what got us ahead in the first place. When people were inviting 2 to 5 people for an event, I was inviting 20 to 30 to 40 to 50. If you want 10 new people to come to Austin, don't think about inviting 20. Think about inviting 200. That's where you're going to get 10 new people to Austin. So add the zeros, do the massive action, all new numbers. Put all new numbers in your program. New contacts. If it was 5 a week or 2 a week, double it or add a 0 to it. New contacts create new conversations. How many new conversations you're going to have? Again, Brian Marsh talks a lot about the conversation, finding the pain in those people. You know, their location, their occupation, their recreation. He's got a lot of information I'm not going to cover. But the main thing is know the method, the strategy. We have a strategy right now is that we're talking to people. And I'm saying, well, we've been doing this a long time. We're going to mentor. We're going to take 2 more mentees, and we're going to take them to 5 figures a month. Who do you know that would like to go?
I did it to somebody today that I've been working on for a couple years, and I found out she's living in Texas. And I called her, and we really do like each other, but I haven't spoke for a year or 2. And I said, well, we got this new house. I kind of showed it with FaceTime. She goes, you got that with Juice Plus? I said, yeah. And we talked a little bit more, and I said, you know, we're really looking. We're kind of on the other end of this business. You know, we want to help the people that are already there because we love them. We don't need to be doing this anymore. I said, and Chris and I have decided to mentor just 2 more people. If you're open, I choose you because I think you could really, I said, I choose you because I think it would be great to work together, is what I said. And she said, all right, send me new information. So we're only taking on 2 more mentees. We're going to mentor you to have the lives we have.
Of course, if we get them before Austin, we might take 2 more before Phoenix. Okay, so it's all about converting strangers to friends. Get a new effectiveness. Get better. You know how you get better at doing this? Do it more often. You know, I keep comparing it to me learning how to surf at a late age. I don't have time to do 10,000 hours, but I'll catch 10,000 waves. And here's what, I'm getting better every day. You will too if you have 10 to 15 conversations a day. I want you to think about this going into Austin. Change yourself from a want-to-preneur to an entrepreneur. All right?
Say it again. I thought that was brilliant.
From a want-to an entrepreneur. From a want-to-preneur to an entrepreneur. All right. I'm going to end with this, and then she's going to announce a contest. Think about a new number of connection calls you're going to do between here and Austin. Connection calls outside of the conference itself. It's always been our #1 tool. And why is that? Because you're using the experts to invite your people. You're going to get a higher closing ratio, but you're also going to get more duplication. I don't have time. I was going to ask a brand new person here, and do an example. But if I have a new person that I've invited into the business today, and I lay out the vision, and they get all excited and say, I'm coming to Austin. I want to go. What do I do? What do I do? I said, who do you know that might want to come? My friend Nancy. Get Nancy on the phone. Nancy gets on the phone. We explain the program. She gets excited. She says, what do I have to do? What did this lady do with you? She got excited. She intrigued me in the product. She sent me a video. Then she got me on the phone with you. How quickly can you do that? And more importantly, what I'm saying today, how many times a day can you do that? Put a goal down to have one new connection call every day. It's going to change your life, change your business. And what are you one conversation away from? In our business, one conversation will change your life. Okay? Are you one conversation away from a new house? Are you one conversation away from a vacation home? Are you one conversation away from college education? Think about that. Don't have time for an exercise. What's the contest?
All right. So we've put together our August contest incentives for Austin. It means that you will receive your money at Austin, but it's not any name in the hat. You actually get it if you complete it and do the work. And I'm going to pull up a screen share right here. And who's involved that I know of. If I missed somebody, please put it in the chat. But Lisa's whole team, Lisa, you're offering this. Alita, you're offering this. Sandy and Michelle are offering this. Chris and I are offering this to our team. I'm not sure about the other NMDs, but check with your NMT. So here is the screen share right here. Hope all of you can see it. We've called it Hot August Nights. Woohoo! And it's Connect to Collect. So you're going to do connection calls to collect the money and change your life. You're also doing connection calls to collect your new team, to gather them all in, to create more family for yourself. Collect points for doing connection calls. The team partner that gets the most points gets $100 in Austin. So here we go. Now it says my internet connection is unstable. There we go. All right. So the way you're going to do it is on your each individual team Facebook groups. So for my team, it's Turn Up the Heat. For Sandy's, it's Team Tenacity. For Alita's, it's Inspire Heat Team. I might be having the words in the wrong order. Lisa's, it's Trailblazers, right? So you're going to go to your own team. Again, my team is Turn Up the Heat, and that's because we've got some other little teams going on. I want to make sure they know where to post it so I can see it. So you're going to post a graphic that says the word Shazam. Wherever you find it, it doesn't have to be one of these three. Find a graphic that says Shazam. Every time you do a connection call that's talking about our Juice Plus products, that's 1 point. If you do a connection call for a welcome call, you've brought in a brand new rep and you need to do a welcome call, that's 2 points. You also get 2 points for a connection call where it's an invitation to Austin. So if you're specifically inviting them to Austin, and Lisa, I know that you've been talking about getting together, doing three-way connection calls with your team to call your downline team and get them understanding. Every single person on your PVC report is going to get a call. Are you coming to Austin? Yeah? So the connection calls, that could be a lot of points there. And then 4 points for an exploration or attraction call. That's somebody who's not yet in the business but has an interest. They want to take a peek. And you're doing a call to get them to see the vision of what's possible. Now, we did a call the other day with Heidi. It started out as a connection call for the product, but it ended up totally being an exploration call. So she's going to take 4 points for an exploration call, not 1 + 4 and getting 5. It was an exploration call. I'm sure we're going to get them on the product, but that's what it turned into. You must post a Shazam graphic on your team Facebook group and tell us what kind of connection call you had. I had a call with this really great guy, and we explored the business. It starts August 1st. I know some of you have already done connection calls before knowing about the contest. Make sure you go back and post it, post it if it happened before August 1st. It ends August 31st. That's it. Let's just to make sure, are there any questions? Unmute yourself if you've got a question.
Linda had a question.
Okay, Linda, go for it. No, I want to be able to see this. Linda, do you have a question?
I'm here. My My question is, okay, so we have these points. What if, like, tomorrow night I'm doing a wine and wellness party? Or do those count for?
No, that's not a connection call. It's not. That's inviting to an event. This is inviting specifically to a call or a Zoom call to do one of those things.
Okay.
But I love
You have to execute the call. You have to execute the call. It can't be an invitation to the call. It has to be an execution of the call.
Right.
You need
And
to
it
do
can be
it.
a three-way connection or a Zoom, but it's got to be executed. Good one. Thank you, Lisa. Anything else? And congratulations for having a wine and wellness, Linda. What
I'm
else?
going to tell them to not come, and then I'll call them all.
Yeah. Nah.
With us on the phone.
Yeah. No trickery. What else? Any other questions?
For the invitation to Austin.
Going to be face-to-face?
If there's a three-way, if you're inviting them to come to a three-way, it's not you inviting, it's you inviting and there's an expert there and you do a regular connection.
Right.
Like you would on the phone, I think that's fine. There's got to be a third-party person being the expert.
So the invitation to Austin, that's also like you get them on the call with somebody to get them excited about Austin.
Exactly. You invite them to get on the call, they get on the call, and you let somebody do their magic and tell them why they should be in Austin. Any other questions?
All right.
Okay, I think we've done it.
Good job, Lisa.
Great job, everybody. I am excited. Let's go in. You know, Janet Black keeps talking about 10,000 people wanting the very biggest conference. Let's make corporate proud. Let's make our team proud. Let's walk in with heat, hotness. That was not good.
Flames.
With flames. Woo! All right. So we've got some great Tuesday night calls, by the way, coming up. You're going to be jazzed to hear who's on our Tuesday night calls. Make sure to pay attention. And Chris and I are still doing our lives Monday at noon for our focus, 90-day focus, which is embrace your Austin powers. Let's do it this month. Good night, everybody.
All right. Good job.
Good night. Thank you so much.